Hello, I'm Martin Fencka and welcome to another episode of Let's Try Humankind. So, last time we entered the ancient era, settled our first city with some outposts, and today I would like to organize this a little bit better. We want a second city and then we want to attach the remaining territories to these two cities. I already talked about it last time. We want to attach Zhuangge, probably that might be the pronunciation, to San Lorenzo, and then once we settle these territories, those two will be attached to San Lorenzo as well. Then the second city is gonna be here, and this city is gonna control Alioth with the territories that are to the south of it, and we'll see what we're gonna do here. I was actually thinking about getting an outpost here, but not attaching it anywhere, and make it eventually, once we increase our city cap, make it eventually our third city. But this also depends on what the AI decide to do. For all of this, we're gonna need quite a lot of influence, so that's the main focus, I think, for us. First thing, we want the city, so that's 136 influence, which means we are like 5 turns away from that. Something like that, 5, 6. Then we attach all of the outposts, and after that we also have some civics that we want to check. For now, just one, but I think by the time we get there, we may have more than one. Along the way, it's hard to say how much gold we will get because I won't really focus on it, but if we ever get enough money to buy some units, I will do that. That's what I'll be saving up for. And yeah, then just we'll be picking up stars along the way. I won't really be focusing on that. We will eventually get the stars that we need just by playing. Okay, fine. Let's end the turn. We have some time for these guys before we turn them into population. So I wanted to hunt the mammoth. I'm not sure if we can do it with 2 units safely. I would rather bring all 3 of them, especially because this guy's injured.
Over this way. All together.
Okay, I can't do it now anyway, so we will have to wait. Why the hell did the influence go down? What changed? I didn't think that anything changed. That's weird. Okay, let's keep exploring. There's still a lot on the map that we can find. And most of it actually gives gold, so if we want to get some units, we have to explore. I'm gonna pillage that sanctuary, and we can end the turn. Okay, more population, good, and we can create a religion. Acknowledge the population. What else? World deed. Someone found Mount Raima. Good for them. And Mount Vesuvius. I think that's one save that finds most of the wonders. From my test runs, I've noticed that there is always one, let's say, nation that gets significantly ahead fame-wise, and it's always at the time when these world wonders are discovered. So I think someone has a really good starting location with the world wonders everywhere around. It always turns into runaway culture. But hopefully we'll be able to keep up. I'm not saying that it's impossible to keep up, just that there is always one save that is really strong. Successful ransack, yep. And did we get population in both? Or both? 2 outposts? This is also an outpost. Okay, I was checking if our capital get extra population. Well, actually, we can't get population. We're actually losing people until we finish the district. Now, create our own religion. this game is not supposed to be about religion that much. I'm not saying that there won't be any religion at all, but I want to get as much influence as possible, so I will go with shamanism. And I'll basically like ignore the faith per turn and always take other yields. That's like the least important yield for me, the faith. What happened here? Bloods of the Empire. As your horizons widen, your armies grow in the lockstep with your ambitions. Now, with military power spread over several regiments, it is time to decide the nature of the soldiers who compose your armies. So when we check details here, we can either pick conscripts. Conscripted warriors will save us the cost of raising soldiers from the script. This moves us towards authority, which means from stability we'd be moving to +2 turns before being converted by other influence, being more difficult to convert, and would make our units cheaper. On the other side, we have professional soldiers forged from the youngest age. Professional warriors will give us stronger armies, which gives our strength +1 combat strength, which is, I think, okay early. It's like nothing crazy. +1 isn't that much. But as units get stronger later in the game, when we have a unit that has, let's say, strength, I don't know, 17 in the early game, +1... means a little bit more than later when we have a unit that has strength, let's say 50. So I'm not sure how useful professional soldiers are. I would honestly change this and make it that units get like 10%, so it's relevant for the late game as well, but then it might be too strong. Hard to say. It moves us towards liberty, and liberty gives us influence, so that made the decision for me. I just want to get the influence, but it's gonna take a while, right? We want the city first, so we will wait with this decision. And I noticed that many times with civics that I'm mostly making my decisions based on like where it moves me towards rather than what it actually does. Which is like, I don't know. I would give, at least that's how I feel about the civics. I would like make these more influential, more important. But just me. Let's just keep going. Like overall, the civics don't feel that influential to me. What are we doing here? I wanted to go hunting, right? So where is that mammoth? There it is. Group up. And I will do this manually because I don't want to lose any units. Deployment. Yeah, he's gonna move up the hill.
Off we go.
Off we go. Let's fight!
I'm not gonna use this guy. He'll just this one, come on. He's just gonna defend. I have a feeling that... I actually thought that the mammoth might try to attack him. That's fine.
Attack!
There we go. So, successful hunt. Now you guys, 73. You have probably one more turn before you can go back, so I'll reveal some more territory. Then
Follow
you
me.
can still keep going.
Over this way.
calendar research. So now we can start improving luxuries. Next one, I think. Next one, I'll go for carpentry, so that we have the option to get javelin throwers. Although we do have horses inside of our territory. Here. I don't think that we're gonna need units in 11 turns. Let's just do domestication before carpentry. So we'll do domestication and then carpentry. After that, probably irrigation. I like getting public fountains early for the extra stability. Also, we have quite a few rivers, if I remember correctly, so getting flood irrigation probably is not a bad idea. And once we are done with that, then probably city defense into bronze working, into like writing, so that we can get House of Scribes and start switching from influence focus into science focus, something like that. Now, what happened in our capital? Keepers of the Creed. An unexpected rivalry has erupted between two temples in San Lorenzo, each representing a different sect of Olmec shamanism. One temple argues that religious matters should be left in the hands of dispassionate men, while the other contends that only women with their capacity for nurturing life possess the necessary understanding for these affairs. These quarrels must stop before your inhabitants start fighting each other. Who should be your religious leaders? So, both these two decisions move us towards tradition. This one moves us towards progress. And when we check what that means, progress gives science, tradition gives faith. We don't care about faith. Oh, this is something that I really don't like. That the map switches to this mode too early for me, or that I don't have the option to just turn off this mode completely. I would love to have the option to keep the map like this, no matter how far away I move the camera. I just hate this view, and when I zoom out, it automatically switches. At this point, we can keep the camera quite close and we see most of our territory, but the map is massive. Very soon, we will have to play zoomed out like this to really know what's going on. And this is forcing me to play in this ugly mode with gray-brown map of like mess, horrible. Yeah, it's just a personal thing, but why can't you give me the option in settings? I just didn't find it. Maybe it's there, and in the case I apologize, but I didn't find the option to just turn off this mode completely and give me the amazing looking map that I see when I'm zoomed in. This looks amazing. Why are you forcing me to play like this? And once again, you kind of have to play in this mode, because at some point you just have to be zoomed out to know what's going on the map. It's really big. That's probably like the biggest problem I have with the game right now. Like, don't force me to use the ugly map. But well, let's keep playing. So, we go with all, confirm, moving more towards progress. Then you guys, as I say, you have one more turn before you have to run back and become citizens of Bagdu.
Follow me.
Didn't really find anything.
Yes.
I think we'll just keep going this way around the coast. But I would like to climb up somewhere and check what's inland.
Over this way. Let's go.
Oh, by the way, I learned that moving just one tile at a time is better because you can react then to what's going on around here. You don't see that far, like 1 or 2 tiles mostly. And if you will just give the order to move 4 tiles, then you can, while traveling, you can reveal things that would change your mind, but you can't do it anymore. So this might be slower, but it's definitely better. So if I have only like 2 or 3 units that are moving, I prefer moving 1 tile at a time. But I have like, I don't know, 8, 10, then of course it would just take way too long. 1 turn until we get the Olmec head. 88 influence. Okay, next. So you have to start moving back. Then
Over this way. Let's do it.
I'm a bit disappointed. We didn't really find anything for quite a while. Okay, so that's the first district finished. Now we are not losing people anymore. And the question is, what do we build next? We could go for the stone rings, but it's 24 turns, and 24 turns is a really long time. So I think I would rather first attach the outpost, although this outpost mostly gives food. Let me check that. It's 50 food for industry. That's a lot of food. Basically, we want something that gives production. I was thinking about going granary, but I don't think we need that. Which means maker's quarters is our only option right now. Let me check yields. No, yields are here. That means we would build it probably here. The game, of course, will help us. Yeah, that's what I thought. Well, we do need the production, so let's do that. $103, so 2 more turns. And how are we doing?
Come over here.
It's interesting that we didn't meet any neighbors yet. Matter reaches the ancient era with Zhao, good for them. And we gained population in Alioth, good for us. In one of the regions, can't see the name of the regions here, but maybe if we turn off this view and zoom out. Nope. Here. I know that there is a way how to show the name of the regions. But it's basically telling us that I think it was this region is now following our religion. Let's go this way first. I don't want to cross the river yet. How much influence do we need? 136? 136, so next turn we can do it. an encampment, but this is a peaceful tribe. So you don't have to worry about them. There is something.
Off we go.
Oh, but there are... What the hell is that? That is not the peaceful tribe. I mean, hopefully we'll be able to retreat if they attack us. Gonna disband 2 and check Laventa, how it looks like. So you will definitely work here. Honestly thinking about... Wait, how does it work exactly? +1 influence per adjacent farmers' quarters. +3 food. So if you build it here, then we can build the farmers' quarters on this tile. This gives us +4. Trying to plan a little bit how the districts are gonna look like later. And let's disband this guy as well. We should be fine. If you disband too many units in the city too early, then the city starts starving. But here we would lose population in 14, but we're gonna build the district in 4, and the district gives us food, so we should like solve the problem with food before we lose population. Also, how does it look like here? 11. When I think we can attach this territory first, actually, because the district by itself won't give us enough food. Okay, curiosity collected, so that's a little bit of science. And now we can turn east again. And probably pick up the curiosity that we spotted there. Look at that.
Come over here. Follow me.
Really want to get both these curiosities. Next. Wonder for Puerto Moreno Glacier, so another wonder found, and the Zhang converted to a new religion. Okay, so another region converted to a religion, and another one, and another one. I think that's... We currently have 4 cities and outposts. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, all of our outposts and cities are now following our religion. Acknowledge. More science, excellent. Can we? No, we can't climb up. Let's go this way. And what happened? The struggle for dominion. The capital is the empire's true seat of power, but now other cities with energetic populaces rise to prominence. Their leaders and other influential figures want sway over the empire's affairs, and the question of who wields power must be answered. So that's another civic development. We have already 3 civic points. It's because we are getting so much influence. So that's why we are getting civic points very quickly. But first, I really want to like set up the infrastructure, attach the outpost. So this will have to wait. Let's just check leadership. Yeah, this would cost us 80 influence. It's quite expensive. But if we go autarch, we will gain +1 city. Actually, both gives us extra city cap. Small council, a handful of wisest heads to give good counsel. That moves us towards liberty, and liberty gives influence. Or we move towards authority, and this makes us more difficult to convert. Yeah, we want to go towards liberty. I think this is gonna be the next civic that we take and try to get the 3rd city, and that just means more and more influence needed. Next. That also means, well, let's turn this off. But it also means we need to explore in the middle here, so that we can start thinking about where do we get the 3rd city. Okay, it's domestication for us. Now we can get horses. Let's go back, and we'll continue this way. And we just met our first AI, the Hittites. Acknowledge.
I have something here that should please us both.
Okay, let's try to stay friendly. We kind of need money, and that means we want to
Pleasing.
get some treaties. Let's try to get treaty to trade luxuries.
Pleasure.
We don't have any yet, but it's quite high priority to improve them. And here we don't want to do anything. He is cruel, militaristic, impulsive, so that means he will probably be aggressive. Just increases the importance of units, I guess. Where is he? Probably just one of his units. Okay, some extra money.
Yes, sir.
How much influence do we have? Enough to start attaching these outposts. So now we are at -7 food, 25 production. -4 food and 35 production. The yields from the outposts are added to the city, and the territory controlled by the outpost is now controlled by the city. So even though it still counts as an independent territory for the for some of the districts, like Olmec had, that has a limit, can be built only once per territory, but it can be built once here and once here. the whole thing is just controlled by the city. Compared for now to this one. Because now, when the outpost is not attached to the capital, we can give it independent tasks, or we can pay basically influence to improve resources. Sometimes it's better to wait, improve the resources, and once they are improved, then attach it. Because if I attach right now, I will have to invest production from our capital to improve these resources. So is it better for me to invest influence to improve and then attach, or attach as soon as possible and invest production? I think investing the influence with our plus 30 influence per turn is better. And I'll do this one first, because we can now trade this one if the AI wants, of course. Then we get the horses. Horses are strategic resource, and we don't have a treaty to trade strategic resources. Good. What else? Oh, by the way, let me check something. Wait. We don't have... Oh, we don't have the javelin throwers yet. I wanted to check the price. I think it's around 300 per unit. Just wanted to confirm that. Next. There is another district. Now, what's the next one? I think if it's worth it improving the horses when we can't really do anything with them. How much is the attachment? 80. Okay, fine, let's get the ranch. How much food do we? Only 4 food. It's actually not that much. So let's do something about that. I was thinking about the stone rings next, but I think we will go with not granary. We'll go with. Oh, wait. No, that's not it. Once again, I thought that we had something that we don't. I thought that we had where is it? Flood irrigation. That's what I want to build. I could go with the farmer's quarters to get some boost for the Olmec's head. It gives influence per farmer's quarters. But every district decreases stability. We don't want to build too many. This one gives +2 food per farmer and extra farmer slot. That farmer slot is actually pretty relevant. This one gives +5 food per horses. +1 food on farmer's quarters per adjacent farmer's quarters, +1 food on farmer's quarters. Yeah, this one is better. Let's build the granary. 8 turns is quite a long time.
Come over here.
Let's actually check this territory. This would be really good for defense if we set up a city somewhere on top of this. Like this mountain range on the river, maybe somewhere. we would attach these two territories to the capital, and this city would control this, this, and everything on this side. The further we get from the capital, the more relevant the terrain is, how defensible the location is going to be.
Off we go.
Oh, there is someone. I'm pretty sure it's not the Hittites.
Understood.
Next. We unlocked our first star, the state star. It's no surprise, we are getting quite a lot of influence. How does it look like overall? So we need another 300 for a second star, but it's not a problem. We'll easily get to the 900 that's necessary for the third star. We are one territory away from expansionist star, one district away from builders, one population away from agrarian. We'll never get the gold, it seems. Scientist is also quite far away, and we probably won't get the militarist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. These are the stars that we will get. 3 here, and then 1, 1, 1, 1 probably. We have a grievance.
Come,
Why?
relax. Let us speak honestly.
They have claimed Alcor at our borders. Sure, let's demand the territory. They are not gonna give us the territory, but sometimes the AI can surprise you.
Shall we discuss our concerns reasonably and openly?
And that's exactly what happened here. They actually accepted and gave us Alcor. How much would it cost me to attach it? Alcor. 130, yeah, that's a lot. They're not happy about it. Their war support will go up now. Can we sign some treaties, maybe? Like a non-aggression pact, perhaps?
I have something here
Refused.
that should please us both.
Okay, this location looks good, I think. Once we are done with the second Olmec hat, then we're gonna improve... what is this? The Sage. And the other one as well. Actually, I didn't notice that we had 2 copies available. New Civic. So many Civics, and we can't really use them. Although I may get one to improve our influence per turn. What is this one? Fate of the Free Cities. The world as it ever was is divided into the rulers and the ruled. Great sprawling empires and proud independent cities. Your struggle is with other empires, but you should not forget the part these free cities can play. Mercenary armies. Well, let our own blood be spilled when we can pay others to fight. So this one... reduces the cost of hiring armies and moves us towards world, which gives us food per alliance on city or outpost, Or we can go with assimilated peoples. Our empire will become stronger by opening our arms to new communities, reducing the cost of assimilation and moving us towards homeland, which gives us 5% food. This is per alliance, and this is just flat. So it's 5 and 10 capped. And here, if we get enough alliances, it can get higher than that. But I'm pretty sure I want to go this way.
Over this way.
Oh, I thought that I'll be able to move up here. So the only access to these tiles is this way. Can we just check? No, I thought that I might be able to see the yields that we would get in the city on these, maybe these 4 tiles.
Of course, yes.
This one looks okay-ish. We would settle here. It looks like a decent amount of food. And then we would build Maker's District on this tile to get the production from around. Oh, there's a sanctuary on this side. Okay, we probably want to go there.
Over this way.
How much gold do we have? 119. Next. I think I'll train some units once we are done with carpentry and can train the javelin throwers. I'm probably gonna train 2. We got Agrarian Star, good for us. How are we doing compared to the others? Yep, that's the runaway Civ. 1000 influence, already 1 star away from the next era. A game of prophecy. With the Empire thriving, a new game hailing from a foreign land beguiles the population. Everywhere you go, the distinctive game board and pieces catching your eyes, insisting on a public demonstration. You play the game under instruction in your palace court, but the event has a sting in the tail. The game is reckoning to be a form of divination as well as entertainment. Gasps could be heard as the game's prophecy became clear. You are fated to lose everything. What will you do? Oh, this sucks. -5 stab. It's not the end of the world, -5. -2 science would hurt. Or we'll lose 80 gold and that moves us closer to authority. We don't want to move to authority, so we are not paying. We will lose the influence and move towards a liberty. Who the hell are you? Always nervous when I see this sign. That means that these guys could be aggressive attack. Doesn't mean that they have to be aggressive, but it always makes me nervous. Okay, what is the fastest way to get down here? All the way around.
Will do. Let's go.
Greetings. To what do I owe this pleasure?
Listen, what about another trade agreement?
A proposal
No.
for your consideration?
Not sure that we have time to even get the artisan quarters. Let's get city defense. I kind of want to have access to warriors, then irrigation, then bronze working. And then writing. What am I delaying? Stoneworks? Fisher, don't really care about that. Don't really care about wheel that much, even though roads are really good. What happened here?
A pleasure to see you
Condescending,
again.
great. Would you share maps with me? You wouldn't.
Let's go. Over this way.
$277. That's less than I thought, but it's still a lot. Also, I don't want to produce money. I want to focus on science. How much faster would we grow? +1 in 3. +1 in 34. Well, that's a huge difference. Let's get the population 1 turn earlier. Okay, this looks much better. Still 4 turns. So 4 turns. We can't really speed this up. It's the same for the growth. So once we are done with the granary, then we return to the city. Get 1 javelin thrower, and then we want to build stone rings. Probably we kind of need the stability, and then we switch from the science to the industry. Probably build it as soon as possible. 13 turns is still a long time, and then we want to build the second Olmec head as quickly as possible. So that's the plan. And this is what I talked about when it comes to the map. Now to know where exactly our scouts are, we just have to zoom out. World Eat Sacred Ground. Which one is that? Build a holy site, yeah. Now we have city defense, which means another star. You'll continue this way.
Come over here.
We could try to hunt the deer. Sure, why not? Then we go back and pillage the sanctuary. Okay, first civ or culture entered classical era. Of course, it's the runaway one. They now became Celts. We should be able to catch up with them, I think, or at least get much closer to them than we are right now. That's because there is somewhere an amazing starting location, and this always happens on this map.
Greetings.
My
I'm a good neighbor
Seniums.
and a loyal friend.
Okay, let's
Greetings,
get the
Sovereign.
introductions out of the way.
Do you too
And
believe that there
what
is
about
no
some
limit
trading?
to how high humanity
Excellent.
might soar?
And what about a non-aggression pact?
A proposal for your consideration?
No. I want to play this as an expansionist game, but a peaceful expansionist if possible, or as peaceful as possible. Okay, so that was a successful hunt.
Come over here.
It's another curious. I'm surprised there are so many curiosities here. No one picked them up. But they actually keep respawning, so maybe someone picked up everything and it already respawned. How much is this? 180. Yeah, it's going up. Nice. Alcohol converted to Olmec shamanism. So that's here. Perfect. A melody for every occasion. In the teeming iconic city of San Lorenzo, musicians are celebrated part of the local culture with a long history and holy rites. They bring nobility to religious rituals, jollity to palace celebrations, smile to the sick, and ailing courage to marching armies and distraction to gods, as they're still too small in number, especially the good ones, and now word of their renown has reached across the empire. Lords, priests, commanders, among others, are grousing that their city deserves such artists too. How will you satisfy them? So we can muster them, which would move us towards tradition, or every city builds an institution of music that would move us towards progress. Guess we'll spend some money. 60. Well, with our income, 60 is actually quite a lot. 10 industry in both our cities. That's really good. Yeah, we definitely go for this option. Okay, so let's finish the Olmec head, let's finish the granary, and then we'll see how we're gonna adjust the production after that.
Come over here. Oh yeah.
Okay, there's our first proper unit, but for now we'll just stay here.
We'll stay here.
With one javelin thrower we can't really do anything. Should get 2 stars next turn. There's 1 star. No. How am I missing 2 influence to get the other one? Doesn't really matter. Just thought that you'd get 2.
Off we go. Yes.
Okay. In 1 turn we'd lose population. We definitely don't want that. Let's make sure we get more food. Pretty sure we want more units. I'll get 1 and 1 javelin thrower and 1 warrior, I think. There'll be 5 turns. 4 turns. Still 4 turns. Okay. And Laventa. Pretty sure we want 1 more warrior. It's 2 turns. Yeah, and then we can get the luxuries. Now we can queue that up once we are done with units. Okay, fine. So I think we are done with this episode. Even though we are getting quite a lot of influence every turn, it's still nowhere near enough what we need. There are 4 civics behind. We still have to attach Alcor. Once we get one of the one of the civics, we'll be able to settle another city. So I probably should start planning that as well. We need 100 influence to get the outpost here. So that's something that we will have to do next time. Figure out how to do that in the most effective way. And we are basically 1 star away from the next era, because the estate star we will get next turn. I think that the last star we'll just have to wait for the 3rd estate star. Don't think we'll get any of the others. But yeah, as I said, we are done with this episode, so I hope that you liked it. I hope that you're gonna join me next time again. And until then, have a good time. Bye bye.